Recruitment for our intervention should be fairly simple, as all pregnant women at the Cumberland Treatment Center are currently required to attend a 6-week series, similar to that of the control group, and it will just be a randomized selection of the ones that are then put into the intervention group, since it's still the same material, just with an extra plus, if you will. And for sampling, based on the online calculator, we'll need at least 10 participants actively enrolled in the program to get significant results. And that's based off of the serving size of fruits and vegetables of 1/2 cup. And our target behavior change is 2 additional servings of fruits and vegetables daily. And the instrument that we'll be using is a fruit and vegetable survey that was created by the National Cancer Institute. And it was validated in a research article by Thomas in 2002. And the success of the goals will be measured through this survey. And I chose this particular fruit and vegetable survey because it has already been validated as an OK measure. And it's very basic and straightforward. It's only about 3 pages and fairly quick to be completed, since they do have to complete it 3 different times. And both the control and the intervention group will be completing this fruit and vegetable survey. So the analysis plan will be to review those surveys to determine whether or not our hypothesis has been met, whether after the intervention has been successfully implemented for 6 weeks, whether women had increased their fruit and vegetable consumption by 2 servings daily. And we'll also be looking at the demographic data. On the demographic tool that we've created, there's also a place for women to state whether they are enrolled in WIC or the SNAP education program. I'm curious to see what the trends are, because WIC does reinforce fruit and vegetable consumption and does provide checks for those items. I would also be expecting to see some type of relationship between women enrolled in WIC and the fruit and vegetable consumption as well. And our budget that we've come up with is about $3,140 for 12 weeks. So if this would be continued throughout the year, we would multiply that by 4 to get the total for a yearly cost if they were going to continue the intervention. And that's just based on having a counselor at all sessions, as is currently required, but then also paying a registered dietitian because it's going to be more invasive. You just can't count on them being able to come on good merit. And then the binders that patients would need, that would also be part of the sustainability plan as well, providing them with binders with the education materials you're providing, and then all of the recipes from each week of the snacks that you created, and any additional resources as well. That's going to be about $10 a piece, but they're also going to have that as a lifelong resource that they can refer back to. And then food costs, because we are having samples. They're going to make their own snacks for the intervention group. It's going to be about $1,000, and that's how we arrived at our total. So again, for sustainability, the binders are really going to help with having a resource that they can take home and continue to utilize with their families for years to come. And then also the general goal of the entire intervention is to get women to increase fruit and vegetable consumption. So it's important to remember that as we navigate through the trans-theoretical model, participants can again enter and exit all of those stages of change as they continue about the process. So we just want to provide them with the tools and resources that if they do cut back on fruits and vegetables at some point, that then they can refer back to the information that we've given them, and it's a continuous process. So we want to make sure that we're providing sound education and the hands-on skills and activities for behavior change as well. And also, the resources like SNAP and WIC can reinforce the changes, so making sure that we provide a referral to those services because it helps out financially. And those are my references.